Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. Having a great Wednesday. I actually feel like I'm prepared today, except for give me 1 second. I have to go get the PDF off the printer. My dogs are going crazy right now. How is everybody's week going? I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Actually, I think once I sit down, it'll be okay. Move that over there. Grab my drink real quick. Sorry, I'm running about 5 minutes behind today. The neighbor across the street has two little Jack Russell Terriers that he's put in his backyard, and so they are getting acclimated and they are barking quite a bit. He just left, so they're barking right now, and it causes my dogs to bark because they can hear them. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. Right? No, Thursday. It's Thursday. Let me share this really quickly to my group. And then we can get started. If you are new here, my name is Jana Edwards. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Corpus Christi, Texas. I have been a demonstrator. I was a demonstrator from about 2006 to about 2018 or so. And I dropped, and let me mute this so I don't get any feedback. Anyway, I was a demonstrator for several years, and I had some family things that came up, and so I dropped. I couldn't keep up with it. I had a job that was requiring a lot of me. Anyway, so I don't have a job outside of the home, and I told my husband I really enjoyed doing Stampin' Up, so I wanted to just, start over again and see how it went. I love to craft anyway. My husband has been I've been fortunate that he has helped me set up this beautiful craft room. And this is what I get to do for a living. I get to stay home with my puppies, and I get to craft all day. I literally get up and come into my craft room every day. I love it. So if you're new here, or if you're here joining me today, please leave me a comment. If you like and share the video today, I will enter your name into a drawing, and I will send you all the projects that we made today. So please like and share the video, leave me a comment, let me know that you're here. What I do is this is our weekly class to go. Basically what that means is that if you join in and you want the products, the consumable products that we use today to create the projects, you just place a $40 minimum order in my online store, and I will send you the consumable products to make 2 of each one of the projects that we create today. Now, I don't send any stamped images. That's against Stampin' Up! Policy, so you will have to either order the stamp set and punch or bundle, whatever that is that we're using today, or pull something from your own stash and use that. Be creative with what you already have. So that's our weekly class to go. That runs from Monday to Sunday. I usually post that under my weekly classes on my blog. It's updated early Monday. You can see what that week's featured product is, and I'll try to post it on social media too, on my Facebook business page, what that week is. Today we are playing with the Cutest Cows stamp set and bundle. Stamp set and punch. Sorry, I'm thinking too fast. I need to slow down. So that's what we're working with today. It's cute. It was a feature in our January to April mini catalog as a bundle. Then it moved over to now it's in the annual catalog, and I purchased it and I hadn't had a chance to show anybody, and I've really liked playing with it. I love the cows. It's got some really cute little characters, little images that we're going to use today. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to go over some announcements with you. I'm going to open up registration for what's called a craft along. Craft along is basically, I'll open up registration for about a week and you can place an order. I will send you a link for what we're going to do in an email. So if you want to craft along, please sign up for my email newsletter. The link is in the description of this video to sign up. If you can't find that for some reason, it's also over on my blog. It's in the little sidebar in the side margin of my blog to sign up for my newsletter. I'll send a link out to register. We're going to be playing with another set, but basically you place an order and I send you all of the consumable products to create the projects that we're going to be making on November the 7th. We're going to be using the More Than Autumn bundle. So I'll send you like your envelopes and paper, and you'll get like half a pack of paper, a ribbon, an embellishment, and all of the cardstock that you need to create. And then when I go live on November the 7th, you have all of the products with you and you can craft along with me. You can create your own projects while we're doing our live class that day. So if you want to participate in that, I'm going to send out registration for that on the 14th of October. So let me grab my calendar just to make sure I have the right dates. Yes, registration for that will open, on the 12th. Registration for that will open on the 12th. So that's this Saturday. I'll send out the registration form for that craft along. So, hey, Tracy, I see you're here. I will do the craft along on the 7th. If you want the registration link for that, please sign up for my email. The email link is in the description of this video. I'm going to turn this camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is the PDF. It's asking me to bring, okay, anyway, this is the PDF for this class. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone and it's asking me to bring somebody on the video with me, and I don't think I wanted, I'm not sure what that is. That's something new. I haven't ever seen that before. Anyway, this is the PDF for the projects that we're creating today. I will send them out in an email newsletter shortly after I have the video uploaded to YouTube. I will send out the PDF for these projects, but it basically has pictures, all the measurements for the projects, and then it'll have a list of supplies. So if you want to place an order for any of these products, it has the list of supplies here. I'll send this out in an email probably tomorrow morning. If you would like this email, please just go sign up for my email newsletter, and that way I can send you the PDF for these projects today. Okay, the craft along, let me look behind me here. I didn't pull this one out. The craft along on the 7th, we're going to be using this, this More Than Autumn stamp set. And we'll create 4 projects with this More Than Autumn stamp set. But like I said, I'll send out the registration link for this in an email on Saturday. Okay, so this is the one that we're going to be using on the 7th of November. Just so you'll have time to register for the craft along and receive the products so that you guys can craft along with me and make the projects with me. Okay, few announcements. Right now, Stampin' Up! Is offering a starter kit special. You can purchase the starter kit for $99 and you receive $155 worth of product. It is a great way to, put new products in your toolkit. You can you don't have to do lives. You can just basically sign up to be a demonstrator to get the discount. It's a 20% discount. Order all your adhesives, everything, anything that you want, and just be a hobby demo, or what we call a happy shopper. But you get to be part of my team, and that means you get to, participate in the events that we have and everything like that. But like I said, it's $99 and you get $155 worth of product plus free shipping. Tax is included, but it is free shipping on this. And this runs through the end of October. Okay, so the products we're going to be using today, we're going to be using the Cutest Cow bundle, or I keep calling it a bundle, but it's a stamp set here, and a punch. It's a builder punch. So when you punch it out, it punches out the cow's head and the cow's body. And then this is if you used if you use the punch to put all the pieces together, it's got a little piece of hair for his tail, is the spot for his nose, piece of hair for his mane, and then his full body. But these are the stamped images that I colored in, and then there are other stamped images that come with the set. It's got a stamped image for the horns, for the bull. So you have a cow, you have a bull, and then you have just a laying down cow and a standing cow. Now, the punch will only punch out, it'll punch out these two faces here and this body. These two bodies here you have to fussy cut, and the bull head you have to fussy cut. Okay, just so you know. And then the rest of the images, I fussy cut them as well. Okay, so this is what we're using today as far as punch and stamp set. And then I also used this paper. This is the To Market 12 by 12 designer series paper, and then these are the front to back. So this is front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back of the paper. So it's double-sided paper, and then these are the cardstock colors that coordinate with the designer series paper. I believe it's Blackberry Bliss, Garden Green, Pecan Pie, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. This pack of paper is $12.50, and you get 12 sheets of 6 designs. So, but mainly we're using these two papers and this one too, a little strip of this one today. All right, let me show you the projects that we're working on. These are the 2 cards that we're going to create today, and then a little treat box, and it has Oreo cakesters in it, but it's a little treat box, and then the 2 cards. Okay, this would be really cute to bake up and have in your desk at work, or church, whatever. You need something really quick at church because somebody had a birthday. There you go. In your office because somebody has a birthday, a card, and a gift bag, a little with some candy in it or something. You could fit a lot of other stuff in here because it's a pretty thick little box. Okay, so let's get started with our first project. We are going to start with, I'm going to set these over here. We're going to start with this card right here today. If you purchase and you want to receive the class kit to go, this is what your kit will look like. You'll have an envelope with all of your consumable, all your paper, your consumable. It'll have ribbon. I don't mail the embellishments. I'm sure everybody has embellishments in their stash to use. So, but this is what it looks like. It comes just like this with an envelope and all the paper pieces that you need to put your project together. Okay. I like to get my card base together, all the pieces that stick down to my card base first. So I'm going to take my card stock, my card base, and I'm going to burnish the edge on that. Then I'm going to take, I have two layers here. I have a 4 and 1/8 by 5 3/8 of the white cardstock, and then one of them goes on the inside. So I just want to make sure I'm putting the right one on the inside. Oh, you know what? My lights are not on for some reason. That's really weird. I ran across the street to talk to the neighbor. There we go. Does that help much? Makes everything a little brighter. Okay. I ran across the street earlier to talk to the neighbor about his dogs before going live. That's why I was a little late this morning or this afternoon. Okay. So I have those pieces, this piece. So we have this piece of designer series paper, the To Market designer series paper, and I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue and I'm going to adhere the designer series paper to the white cardstock mat. I hope, Tracy, that you guys are doing okay in Florida. Okay, then I'm going to take this strip right here. I don't know if you can see, but I used the timber embossing folder to make it look like wood. I'm going to take, I'll move that out of the way real quick. And I'm going to get my messy piece of paper. I'm going to take my piece of cardstock, my pecan pie cardstock, and then I'm going to grab a blending brush and I'm going to grab a pecan pie ink pad. I'm going to take my blending brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give a little bit of color to this wood here, just to kind of make it look like, you know, it's weathered, been out in the weather a little bit. All right, clean that off just a little, put that away. All right, now I'm going to take this piece of cardstock and glue it down just to the left edge here of my little card front. Kind of leave like 1/8 of an inch gap all the way around that designer series paper. Okay. Let's do, so that's going to go there. This is for the little cow. Okay, I'm going to use this again. Then I'm going to take, I have a another blending brush, and I'm going to use some Pool Party and just go over in a circle around just the top of this little square, rectangle, square. I'm just going to give it just a light little, to make it look like sky. And then I'm going to grab, there's a little stamp here that looks like grass. It's a little grass image. So I'm going to take my old olive. And I'm going to stamp a little here. Just kind of stagger a little bit with the grass. Okay. Clean my stamp set, clean my little stamp. Then I'm going to take the little rooster image. I'm going to use my Memento black ink. And I'm going to, I keep catching the edge of my mat over here. I'm going to ink him up, and I'm going to put him right about here. I'm also, while I have that open, I am going to fix my cow. Now here's a trick. When you have a builder punch like this, you can take, let me close this up real quick so I don't stick anything in there. You can take your punch and you just punch out a template like this. So this is what it looks like here when you punch it out. So you know this is what the negative space of your punch is. And you can take your images. See, this is a little cleaner so you can see. You can take your stamps and place them inside that negative space. Like so. And then load them up on your block. That way, when you stamp it and you go to punch it out, you know that everything's going to line up with your punch. I'll show you here in just a second. I'm going to use this scrap piece of paper with my Memento ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp really well. Hey, Buffy. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this right in here. I know it looks off, right? I'm going to go ahead and color him, her. I'm going to use a Pebble Path Stampin' Blend to color in the little hooves. I am so glad that you're here, Buff. You don't hardly ever get to watch me because you work so hard all the time, girl. All right, he's gonna be a little darker cow. So what colors did I use? Let's see. We're gonna use a dark smoky slate on the little mane here. And I'm going to use on the tail some dark smoky slate, and then I'll use the light on the tail and the spots. I like this little cow's body. I don't know if they did this intentional, but this little spot that I'm coloring in right here kind of looks like a heart to me. I'm going to shade it just a little bit. And then blend that out. I'm going to take, this is a light petal pink. We're going to color his nose. with the light petal pink and the ears. I do too. I love the little cow. I think it's, I just love it. I think it's adorable. And I've had it in my stash for a long time. Okay, I'm going to have to grab a Post-it note. I'm going to show you a little trick. This paper is too short for me. I can't get my fat fingers in there. So I'm going to take a Post-it note and put it right here on the edge of the paper. So that way I can feed it into the punch and get it all lined up. Make sure that's, come on. Well, there we go. Snap. My hands are not as strong as they used to be. Anybody else feel that way? Okay. Need to move. Hang on just a second. I'm going to turn that mouse off before it. Okay. Now we've got the cow's body, but you see how well that lined up with the punch by mounting your stamps in the negative space. Just a little trick. All right, so now I'm going to color the little rooster. I'm going to use some light Daffodil Delight to color in his little head. And then I'm going to go with some light real red, and I'm going to color in his, I don't know what you call this. Anybody know? Okay, then I'm going to just add a little bit of red to his feathers here and just a little bit to his belly. Okay. Then I'm going to use, what did I use? Did I use orange? I think I just blended it with, nope, that's not the color I used. I'm going to have them all pulled out here in just a minute, y'all. It's not a party till something gets broken, right? Okay, I used the orange and just kind of blended the orange and red together. Okay, then, sorry, let me pick this up real quick, y'all. I dropped my stamps and everything. Man. Okay, that works better. All right. So then I took a blue and just did some feathers here. And used my orange. Sorry, that's in the way. The orange, and then I'm going to go back with a little bit of red. And now I'm going to come in with this lighter color and just try to blend it all really well. You know how their feathers, the rooster feathers, just kind of change a little bit? Okay, now I need dark to color in his little beak. Okay. I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue, my green glue, and I'm going to put some glue just right here on the tip of this punched out body. Then I'm going to take his little head put it right there. Grab some dimensionals. I'm going to cut this. And a mini dimensional. Nope. Okay. Put one right on the tip of his tail. Okay. Now I have this together. He's going to sit right about there. I'm going to grab my twine, take the card base, wrap it around, make it a little bit longer here. Tie a little bow with my linen thread. I don't want to adhere the thread down because I want to make sure I have it positioned right where I want it before I, glue anything down and make it permanent. So I know I need to move it to the top of my card front up here. So the cow can sit here and his tail's going to go just over the top like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue. Glue this down. See, if I get it over too far, I can still move the bow a little bit. All right. I'm going to take my dimensionals off. And the little cow, he's so cute. I like him. Move it. I want his tail just to be over on the other side of this thread. There we go. Now I should have a little, here it is. Is that it? Yes. Okay. I'm going to take the sentiment that says "Holy Cow." I'm going to have to bring it close to me so I can see it. Oh, wait. That's good. Make sure I have my pad down so I can get a good cushion underneath. There we go. So cute. I think I probably say this just about every video, but when you're using the photopolymer stamp sets, the clear stamps, you need to have a cushion underneath so that you get your image stamped. You have a good, you get a crisp image there. That's the word I'm looking for. You're going to take the dimensionals and put it on the back of the sentiment, and it's going to go right here, and it says holy cow. Then we're going to finish out the inside of the card too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. The card front to the card base, okay? Oh, not upside down. Everybody at home will be shouting, hey, it's upside down. All right, so there's the front. So cute. So cute. I love it. And the inside, look at the inside. It's got the sunflowers. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Memento ink again. Whoops, and we're going to ink up our sunflower image. And stamp it right at the top of our paper. This is a piece of thick basic white, and it's 5 1/4 by 4. Move these out of the way. And then I'm going to grab the one that says, it's your day. And we're going to ink it up and put it, or it's your special day, right here for the inside. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my old olive and the little grass again. I'm going to do just 2 little grass images. Okay, then I'm going to take my light old olive marker. I'm going to color in these little leaves really quick. So I have a story. Anybody want to hear a story time? I tell you what happened to me. There's a company called Stampin' Storage. I don't know if you saw in the when I first got on camera. Anyway, I buy these units from them, and I buy paper storage from them and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, they were running a special, and it was if you use their hashtag and you enter your post on social media using this hashtag, a picture of your craft room, or using their hashtag, and you're going to be entered in a drawing. You could win $200 to spend in the store. You could win $50, or you could win one of their newer products, right? So I was like, what the heck, might as well. I did it 2 months ago. I didn't I think I just tagged them. Maybe I tagged them and I used a hashtag, because every month they run a special that if you tag them in a social media post with your craft room, you could get like $50 added to your account, you know, if they choose your picture or whatever. So I did that and I got $50. They chose me. So this time I used their hashtag. It was Fall for SNS, Stampin' Storage. It was some sale they were having, like 15% off site wide. So I won one of their big stamp towers. I'm so excited. I couldn't believe it. And I told Mylan, I said, we just kind of got my craft room how I wanted it. Now, what are we going to do with this big piece of furniture? And he's like, don't go tearing up your craft room just to make it fit. But I think I already know where I want to put it. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so I'm just going to make this sunflower. I'm going to put just a little dash orange right in the center. I like yellow sunflowers, but I really like the orange sunflowers too. So we're just going to make this a little orangey yellow. We're going to give it the best of both worlds, right? Best of both colors. Okay. Then I'm going to take my light copper clay and I'm going to color just the outside of this. And you know how flowers, to me, they're darker. Sunflowers, they're darker on the outside where all the fuzz is, and then right in the center where all the seeds are, it gets kind of light once the seeds fall out. So that was my idea for this. All right. We are going to finish the inside and then we will be done with this project. We can There's this card. Like I said earlier, if you like and share this video, I will put your name into a drawing, and if your name is drawn, I will send you the projects that we made today, like the actual handmade projects. Oh, thanks, Cher. I appreciate it. So yeah, here's the finished card. This one here. Oh, can't forget the little embellishments, right? All right, let's see. These little dots are called pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesive back dots. I'm just going to take 3 of them. If I can get it off the paper. There's one. I removed one of these one day and it fell on the floor and I could not get it off the floor for the life of me. I had to get down and scrape it up with a like my little Cricut scraper tool. I had to get under it with that to get it off the floor. All right, so there's project number 1. Cute little cow. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. The next card here is pretty simple, I think. If you place a $40 order in my online store, like I said, I will send you the kit to go, which your kit will come with all of the consumable products to make the project. So your kit will come, each project will come in its own little envelope with all of the paper, but you have to have the stamps, ink, and adhesive. But I'll send you the paper, you know, the consumable products to create the projects. Stampin' Up! Won't allow us to send stamped images. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. All right. So with this one, I'm going to do the stamping first with this one, okay? Because we have to fussy cut the cow and fussy cut We're going to fussy cut the cow's body and fussy cut the little chicken. And you see the little, isn't he cute? The little hen, so sweet. Okay, so I'm trying to put it somewhere where I can see it. All right, we're going to grab our black ink. And ink up, excuse me. I wonder, I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to have to, I'm going to do it this way because when I punch this one out, it's going to have to be closer to the end. So I'm going to stamp his head here. And then we're going to do the actual cow. This image has udders, so you know it's a cow, right? I'm going to stamp this here. Then we're going to grab our little chickadee and we're going to stamp her right there. All right. I'm going to grab okay, I'm making sure I'm using my scrap piece of paper. Okay, so trying to remember what colors I used. I used, that's copper clay. I need my pumpkin pie, my pecan pie. Pecan pie and craft crumb cake. There we go. So I'm going to use light crumb cake and I'm just going to come in and I'm going to color just the tail part. I'm going to use the darker, this is Pebble Path. This is one of, I think, is this a new in color? It's one of the in colors. Maybe it's from last year, but it's one of my favorite darker brownish black colors. Okay, so that's his hooves. Then I'm going to take the dark pecan pie. Actually, let's finish doing the cow first. I'm going to take the light pecan pie and just color in spots. Yes, the stamps are still available, Buff. Yeah. If you're signed up for my newsletter, I will email you the PDF for all the projects too, and it has, let me show you real quick. It has the pictures, and I made sure to put all of the measurements for, and then it also has a sheet with all of the supplies and all the item numbers and their prices too. And I'll send that out after we're done with the live today. Okay, so if you need those, you can just click on the link that's in the description of the video, and you can just order it there. You can type in, it's called Cutest Cows, and it'll pull it up. It'll pull up the punch and it'll pull up the stamp set for you. Okay. I'm going to use the dark pecan pie to color in her little tail. I'm going to grab my pink and color her udders. Then I'm using craft and once you know what, the ones you need are always at the bottom, right? I have this and I'm digging through trying to find the ones I need. That's copper clay. I need that one, which is dark crumb cake, and then I need a light crumb cake. Okay. So and I need red and yellow for her. So we're going to do red for her. For her little, oh, and her little, I don't know, what do you call it? The little gobbler thing there, right? I'm going to use light crumb cake to color her in. You could also use, watercolors. You know, you could use watercolors. You could use these are alcohol markers. I just like them because the colors blend so well together. So you could use your watercolor pencils. You could use your watercolor painter and put it in your ink pads and color them with a watercolor also. It's just personal preference, whatever you like, because Buffy, I know you have quite a bit of that stuff. I mean, quite a bit. I don't know if you have any of the Stampin' blends, but they're $11 a set. So like you get a light color and a dark color in each set, and each set is $11. Okay, now I'm going to flip her over and we're going to color her little hair with dark pecan pie. This is our little chocolate milk cow. All right, and then I'm going to use the light to color in the little patch, clear patch on her nose. And petal pink, the light petal pink, we're going to color in her nose again. They come with, the Stampin' Blends come with a bullet tip, which is what I'm using here, and then they also come with a brush tip. I don't know if you can see the difference, but see, that's the brush tip, and it's more of like it's like a painter. It's got a nice thick, so if you have a large surface area that you have to paint, and then this is the bullet tip that I'm using. It's more of like a really thick pen. All right, so then we would take the punch and line it up with the face, because this one will cut out the face. Hey, Mom. The face, this one punches out the face, but I already fussy cut, so you would have to take your scissors and actually fussy cut out the body. But through the magic of television, I already cut one out. I did it earlier, and I thought I cut out a little chicken too. I did it yesterday, so y'all wouldn't have to watch me fussy cut. But when you fussy cut, you basically just stay about 1/8 of an inch outside the black line and move your paper. You get it about in the middle of your scissors, and you move the paper instead of your scissors. It just gives you a little more control as you're cutting. But see, then I would finish cutting around the feet and the tail. I don't like to fussy cut, so I tried to do as much as possible in the beginning. Okay, so we have our little pieces. I'm going to go ahead and put his head, or her head, on her body. And I'm going to set them to the side over here so we can put the rest of our card together. Okay? It's got quite a few layers, so we have a early espresso card base. I'm going to go ahead and burnish my edge here. This one is, what is this, 4.5, I'd have to get my ruler. I always forget the measurements. It's 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25. Okay. This is a piece of, oh, goodness gracious. Okay, hang on just one second. I'm going to cut this down. Let me grab my paper trimmer. I thought this was cut down already. Grab the paper trimmer and I'm going to cut this down to 5, 1, 2, 5 and 3. 1, 2, 3. I have to count. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I thought I cut that down last night. That's what happens when you craft and you're tired at the same time. Okay. This is a piece of the To Market Designer Series paper. This is the flip side, but this side it's got kind of a goldish tint to it, but it looks like wood, right? It's got a wood design on the front of it. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put this on the pecan pie mat. It's a good thing I'm gluing that down to the paper. Okay, then this is another piece of the To Market paper. I'm going to glue that down to the center. Oh, are you kidding? I must have been really tired when I was cutting these because this is... You know, no matter how hard you try to be prepared, it happens, right? Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab my twine again. And I'm going to wrap it around twice. Cut it and tie a bow. I call it twine, but it's actually linen thread. Yes, linen thread. All right. Cooperate. Bows are hard on, I told somebody that the other day. Bows are hard to tie when you're doing a live. I could tie them all day long sitting in here by myself, but when you tie them online, on screen, they're they're hard because somebody's watching you, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this down on my card base. Now that we have the card front all together. And then I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to grab this white piece right here. It's a mat, so it's going to fit right here on this mat. Okay. Like I said, if you want the PDF with the measurements and the supplies, go sign up for my email newsletter, and I will send that out right after the live is over. I'll send a replay video and everything, but the PDF has the measurements and the supply list for all the projects we're creating today. Okay, I'm going to take, this is the cloud punch, and it is on the retiring list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to just punch out, if I can get it in there. I'm going to punch out the cloud. I'm going to use the cloud as my guide. I'm going to take my blending brush and my Pool Party ink pad, and I'm going to color some clouds on this little piece of, so it's going to give you the outline of the cloud. So you'll want to do like, you'll want it to be like they're going to overlap a little bit. It's going to look like the sky. See? I'm going to put that away. Now I need the sunflowers again. I'm going to put these in my little bowl here so I don't lose them. We're going to ink up our sunflowers. We're going to stamp our sunflowers right here. Okay, then we're going to color them in again using the light Old Olive for the leaves. We're going to use Daffodil Delight markers, and copper clay for the sunflowers themselves. I'm basically just making a heart shape and then filling it in when I do that. Okay, now petals. Everybody doing okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all coming on to support me, getting some good ideas. I'm going to open up. I had mentioned earlier that I'm going to do what's called a craft along on November the 7th, which basically means you'll register for the craft along, and I will send you the kit to create the kits so that you can create the kit with me live when we're actually doing the live. So if y'all want to do that, sign up for my email newsletter list. There is a link in the description of the video for my newsletter. Sign up for that, and I will send I'll send out the registration form on Saturday. If you sign up for my newsletter, just beware, they will send you a confirmation email after you've actually signed up. They'll send you a confirmation email just saying, please click this link to confirm that you signed up to receive these emails. Okay? So just make sure that if you sign up, you can, you pay attention and get that follow-up email so that so that you'll actually be registered on my list. Otherwise, it'll just show me that you registered, but it's still in pending status. Okay. So I just used the little grass image and stamped some grass on there in Old Olive. This next little bit that looks like a fence, this is a die that came from the stamp set that we're going to use next week. It's called, where's it at? Okay, well, anyway, it's part of the stamp set. It's called Filled with Fun. It's part of the stamp set and dies that we're going to be using next week, and it's actually a piece of a wagon that goes with the, here it is right here. It's this stamp set we're going to be creating. This is going to be next week's class, and it's this little die right here. Okay. Now I'm going to take that little piece. I'm going to go ahead and put this on I'm going to glue this down to this little mat. Okay, I'm going to take my pecan pie ink pad. I'm going to add, just like we did with the other piece, I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension with my inks to this piece that I want to look like wood, right? We want it to look like a fence. There we go. Grab some glue. Put a little bit of glue on there. Then I'm going to layer it right about here. Okay. I'm going to grab my stamp set that says "What's Moo with You" and go ahead and stamp that on my little banner for the sentiment, and then get that on the card base, because that will tell me where the cow needs to go once I have that on there first. Something else that I learned, when you have these photopolymer stamp sets, sometimes the first time that you use them, if you just stick them right in your ink the first time that you use them, you don't get a really clear image. If you will use your Versamark ink pad and stamp it in the Versamark and then put it on your ink pad and use it, you get a really clear image. And for some reason, it helps to fill in those spaces in the stamp. And it just, my image has been pretty clear ever since. All right. We're going to put that right about there and just line it up. And then that way we know where to put our little cow. Grab some dimensionals. Oh, my husband is texting me, guys. Okay, sorry. Put one right there on his head. We're going to go ahead, stick her in place, not him. It's a her. It's a cow because she has some udders. Put her right there. Grab my little chicken and my little dimensionals. And we're going to put her right on the fence, right about here. Okay. Do a little housekeeping here. Then I'm going to take my liquid adhesive, put on the back here. And just layer that right on top. Oh, it's not sticking. You know why? Because I put dimensionals on this. So let's just do that real quick. I went off script. I went rogue. Wasn't following my own rules. Okay. It's a good thing that glue dries a little quick. Okay. Then I'm going to finish off the inside with this, with just a plain white 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. If you like and share the video, I'll say it one more time. If you like and share the video, I will enter your name in a drawing, and if I draw your name, I will send you these completed projects in the mail. Okay? Let's grab some cute little dots here, and we're gonna just add some bling. Like my mama, she's always got bling. Right there. So there's project number 2. Okay. So for the last project, we are going to create this cute little treat box, and it has Oreo Cakesters in it. Now, I did find this at the store also. It's called a Hershey's Moolicious bar, and it has the candy is actually in the shape of cows. But I thought, who doesn't like a good cookie with some milk, right? So these, I was walking down the aisle and I went, oh, Oreo cake? Oreo? What? Okay, so we did this one instead. All right, so I made myself a template for the box, and this is what the template looks like. And these are all of my notes. So we have an 8 1/2 by 6 3/4 inch piece of paper. All right, I'm gonna grab my Simply Scored, and we're going to score this on the long side at, my notes are over here, at 1 inch and 3 1/2 inches, 4 3/4 inches, and then 7¼ inches. Okay. Then on the short side, we're going to score it at 1¼ All right. Set this to the side here. I'm going to take our bone folder and go ahead and burnish those edges. Okay. We're going to take our paper snips, and on this one is shorter than this one, so we want it to look like this. So we're going to take this little corner off here, the shorter, the 1 inch. This is 1 inch, this is 1¼ So we're going to cut the 1 inch corner off. Okay, I am going to miter that corner. Then we're going to cut these corners off, and I'm going to miter this corner, miter that corner. I'm going to miter that corner, miter that one. We're just going to miter all the corners and cut them out. Okay? I'm going to take my tear and tape. I'm going to put 2 strips on this 1 inch side. And I'm going to put some right here on this one. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more to the top up here. Okay. Hey, Linda, how are you doing? We are working on our last project. It's a cute little, this is what we're working on right now. Cute little treat holder. I'm going to fold this over, and then I'm just going to close this box here. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off of these little ends. Go ahead and close that up. I'm going to take my bone folder and just put it down and just kind of seal that really good. Okay, so there's your basic box and your little Oreo cake stir fits right inside. Okay, I'm also going to take my 1 inch circle punch. Stampin' Up doesn't have a 1 inch circle punch anymore, but I'm sure that you can get one on Amazon, or you probably already have one in your stash if you're an avid crafter, right? Okay, now we're going to take our little belly band, and it is, this one is, it's a designer series piece of paper. It's 8.5 by 4, and it's scored at 2, 3 3/8, 6, and 7/4. You want me to send you one? An Oreo cakester? Okay. So it's scored at 2, 3 3/8, 6, and 7 1/4. Okay. And it's going to, this took a little while for me to figure this one out. I'm going to put some seal right along this 1-inch edge here. Right? And make sure I have the right one. Yes, you'll end up with a shorter edge, so I'm going to go ahead and put that. Actually, I think I'm going to put it right here on the edge of this. There. And then we will go ahead and wrap that around the center and just seal it. Okay, just like that. Then I'm using this center stripe ribbon. How did I do it? Yeah, I did that over. I was like, how did I do that? Okay, so the center stripe ribbon, I'm going to bring it up and just I'm going to cut me a piece here, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Just like so. Well, that's not tight enough for me. Sorry. I'm going to tie it one more time. You know, and depending on the way that you're holding it when you tie it, it's depends on which direction your bow points. So, okay. So we have that. Then I have a, this is a die from the Nested Essentials dies. It's one of the banners. I'm going to take it and I'm going to stamp the sunflowers. We're getting our use out of the sunflower image this time. Stamp the sunflowers right at the top. I'm going to go for the little grass again. It is over here. We're going to use our old olive on the grass. And then I'm going to use the little, there's also a congratulations. There's several different sentiments in this stamp set that you can use. Like, you could say, it's your special day, milk it for all it's worth, congratulations, thank you. It says the little things you do make such a big difference. But the one I'm going to use is the thank you, and I'm just going to stamp it right there in the middle. Okay. We're going to use our Memento ink. Oops. Pushed a little too hard on that one. Stamp it right there. Then I'm going to color these in real quick. That was pumpkin pie, light pumpkin pie and copper clay. And then we're going to use Daffodil Light and just color in these petals. If you would like to register for the craft along that we're going to do on November the 7th, I'm going to be using the More Than Autumn bundle for those projects. If you would like to register, please sign up for my email newsletter, and I will be sending out a link on Saturday for you to register for that craft along. You'll register for it and I will send you the consumable products. There'll also be an add-on, so you'll have the option to add on the bundle, the More Than Autumn bundle, and I will send you the consumable products for that craft along. And when we have the class on the 7th here on Facebook, you guys can make the projects along with me, okay? So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description of this video for you to sign up for my newsletter. So go ahead and do that. All right. I'm going to add just a little touch of orange to these sunflowers. It's basically just a dot right here in the crease of the petal. There we go. I am going to add some dimension to the side of this banner here. And then we'll stick that down to the front of this little treat box and we'll be done. Okay. If you would like the PDF, I'm going to send that out tomorrow. And just sign up for my email newsletter and I'll send that to your inbox as well. Okay. Here we go. These are our 3 projects. I know this took a little longer today than normal, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Like and share the video, and I will put your name into a drawing. And I'll send you if I draw your name, I will send you a set of the completed projects for today's projects, okay? If you would like the kits, the Class to Go kits for the projects, you can place a $40 order in my online store and I will send you all the consumable products to create the projects that we did here today. And sign up for my email list if you would like to receive the PDF in your inbox and also to register for the craft along on November the 7th. I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with me. You guys have a You guys have a good weekend, okay? Or yeah, it's Thursday. Have a good weekend. Be sure to check my blog and my social for the next couple of days for additional projects with the Cutest Cows stamp set and punch, okay? Thanks so much for joining me. You guys have a great afternoon.